Back up, I don't want you in the camera shot. I'm not messing with you. I don't know what facts you said.
Does it feel like a second year, kind of full off season, school, those things? How do you feel about trying to do this off season?
I feel more prepared than I've ever been because you get the whole off season, you get time to work on this, that, the third. I had one of the alumni at Florida State got to reach out to me. He played in the NFL for a long time. He told me the number one thing I should do was watch all my past film, unsolicited, trying to be high on myself and only watch the good plays, watch more of the bad plays than the good, and realize what I can work on. I did that, and I feel more prepared than I've ever been.
What were your takeaways from that?
It was probably the biggest thing I realized was how many sacks, not even just sacks, but big plays I missed out on. Dropping in coverage, I could have done this, or rushing the pass, I could have done that. Even in the run game, a couple times, a couple things were a little too far inside, a little too far outside, and I could have made a big impact play. So realizing that this really is a game of inches, whether it's just stopping the ball or actually just doing your job. There's a couple things I could have done better.
Shula was telling us that he was reiterating, just be you. But is there for lack of a better word, when you have the year you had last year, pressure to exceed that?
Nah, it's just me. I don't really feel too much pressure. If I'm who I am, I think the strides needed to take. I'm going to be the best version of me. I'm going to be able to help the team to be faster the way that they need.
Already being part of a stellar defense, what do you think what improvements do you think need to be made? You guys are already top notch.
Yeah, I think there's everything that we can do better. We can be better in the run, we can be better in the pass, we can be better, leading plays, we can be better getting out the stack, getting after the ball. But I feel like that's just me trying to get perfectionist. If you could ask me anything, I would think we can always be better. I can get a sack, get that back there in a second, and I'll be like, I false stepped, or I didn't go quick enough. I'm always going to think we can be better than every accident.
Thank you.
Do you feel like, competed against each other for a long time? Do you feel like last season you guys achieved what you would have liked to do collectively, as a pair?
I think we did good, but I think we became more so focused on helping the team than trying to do our own little thing and have a good little duo going on. But I think we kind of have learned the opportunities that we have to work together. And we'll look at each other and be like, oh, just shake his head, yes. I'm like, I know what it says. Well, he'll look at me and I'm like, so now we finally, took another step and having another year together to figure out, hey, this is how I work, this is how he works. So I feel like this year is going to be a good one for us to play together.
Jared, kind of along those same lines, what was it like as you guys, as a pass rush, were learning about how to rush off of one another and when your ops were, and how has that kind of influenced the way you guys are going about this spring and this summer?
Oh yeah, definitely you gotta learn your ops before anything. You gotta learn, hey, I can take a high rush here, and now it's just my job to eat the double team. When the chips coming my way, I gotta just force that, try to get back past that. So you gotta learn your opportunities. That's the number one thing. But then you also gotta learn, hey, who you're rushing with. Like rushing with Kobe and rushing with Fitz, they're both very athletic rushers, but they rush very different. Rushing with me and rushing with BY is two completely different things. So they have to learn the difference between us two. Now I have to learn the difference between them two. Now I gotta learn the difference between rushing with Ty versus rushing with Fitz. And now they gotta learn the difference between rushing with Josiah and rushing with me.
Do you feel yourself becoming more of a leader in year two? Is that something that you embrace?
Yeah, I think it's definitely something that I just naturally have taken on. After the year I had, that's not really kind of a big concern to me, but it's also like now I have a better understanding of the team and what my position inside of it is.
Two more.
Yeah, I actually went for the first time this past, during the off season. Yeah, I love
So you're leading out there, saying this is how you get back. You're leading now, we say we're doing this for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do whatever's gotta be done. Whatever it takes.
But I mean, like snorkeling or any of that
Nah,
stuff.
you ain't gonna see me in the water. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Why is that?
Nah, I don't know what else in the water. I'm good. I ain't about to count it without.
Anything surprise you at all that the first season that you never would have expected it? Wow, that was different.
Nah, I mean the number one thing you hear is how much faster the game is at this level versus college. And everybody's always like, oh, it's not. Yeah, it is, man. You thrown in that fire, it's a lot faster.
It's obvious then.
Yeah, it was surprising, but once I got the hang of it, it became just like college, it became just like high school, it slowed down a lot more.
All right, thanks, guys.